Hey guys, Darth Mel's here, and today we want to share with you our first SWAU auction experience. And excited to bust this bad boy open and show you guys the 5 autographs we bid on and we won. Stick around and we'll cover all that and more. Let's get into it. So I want to start off and share with you guys how this journey started for me. Originally, I inquired with SWAU about actually selling and being part of the SWAU auction. I got a pretty cool Hayden Christensen helmet that has a lot of inscriptions on it, so I thought I'd reach out to SWAU and see how the auctions work. I reached out to SWAU, and this is definitely something you should know about their auctions. When I reached out to SWAU, this was definitely a turnoff. They advised me that if you're a seller on SWAU, you pay a 20% fee. So if you sell an item for $100, you're pretty much going to get $80. The part that I really kind of consider a low is the fact that if you are a buyer, you also pay 20%. So that means if I bought that $100 item from you, I pay $120. So the seller gets 80 and the buyer has to pay 120. So they're basically getting 40%. So when I talked to them, I was like, hey, so you guys are getting 40%? And they're like, yes, that's how it works. And SWAU gets 40%. Overall, I thought that 40% fee was a low, and I wasn't happy about that process and didn't know if I'd ever be a part of a SWAU auction. So those are some things you should know if you are going to be a buyer or seller on SWAU. So what got my attention to this past auction that I got involved is the fact that there was some low priced items that I felt like were of a worthy purchase. So I went mostly all OG, original series Star Wars, behind the scenes autographs and auction this time. So we're talking about special effects, visual effects, makeup, designers, things of that nature with guys who have all kinds of accolades. And I thought to myself, what better than to get some autographs from some of the individuals that made Star Wars possible? So that's how they reeled me in and got my attention on this auction. And again, they were very reasonably priced, and I did not know how high those bids would go. SWAU has a typical bidding process. You place a bid, they'll notify you that you are the high bidder, and you can up your bid as much as you want. Anytime you get outbid, you get notified that you've been outbid. And at the very end, they'll tell you whether you won or lost the auction. Very typical as all standard auctions go. All right, I think I've been talking long enough. Let's crack this thing open and start going over the autographs that I felt were worthy to bid on in this auction. This is obviously the box that it came in. So as you can see, I got multiple autographs, and on the front you can see there is a letter from SWAU stating that, hello, thank you for participating in the auction, and they want to tell you a few things, and they say congratulations on your win. They discuss that all their items, whether they're third party or straight from them, they're authenticated and been verified by the SWAU staff. So they give you a letter to basically authenticate all of the items you received. Not only is the SWAU hologram on there that you can look up, but they also offer a SWAU letter of authentication. It's available for purchase on their website. I personally don't think that's necessary. Maybe you do, and you can add that. But for me, the hologram that you can look up online is good enough, and I'm good to go with that. So how they ship these is it looks like there is several inside one sheath of, the protected cardboard plastic, but there is one on the outside just taped on. So I'm not sure why that one wasn't in there as well. So they mostly are all packed in together. So first up, and the first purchase in the auction was Mr. Nick Dudman. He is the makeup effects artist and supervisor and creature designer for Star Wars Return of the Jedi. We're talking about his impact and how he hands-on helped develop and impact Master Yoda and the Emperor. He also played the same role in The Phantom Menace, helped developing Darth Maul's look. This guy has plenty of awards under his name. He worked in The Fifth Element, Harry Potter, all kinds of movies. I felt like his behind-the-scenes contribution to Star Wars was one that should be part of the collection. Please let me know what you guys think of this autograph and Nick. Now I'll tell you what the price tag was on this. So ultimately, I won this bid for $15, and with the fees, it was $18. My whole total overall shipping was $25, so you have to factor that into each item. So $18 plus the shipping portion. I'll take this. This, an 11 by 14 or something like that, they're asking for $200 on eBay. So I thought this was a steal for $18. Let me know what you guys think of the value and that autograph, and if you thought it was a steal as well. Just wanted to add, the corners look great, and this one does look like it's in excellent condition as described. Next up is the second autograph won in the auction, and that is Mr. Richard Edlund. He was the visual effects artist for models and props and behind the scene for Star Wars, the original OG, for behind the scenes in Star Wars. This dude won 4 Academy Awards for Best Visual Effects, and one of them was in 1978 for Star Wars. I obviously love this photo. It shows all the behind the scenes Star Wars props, visual effects that made Star Wars come to life for you and I. Overall, the autograph looks good, but I think this one was either excellent or near mint, and I do see a couple of the corners do have some slight bends. So I would say this one's more in good condition and maybe a little less of the higher quality I was hoping for. So this one is more like a B or B plus or something like that for its condition, and it's more advertised like an A or A plus. Even with the slight bends, I'm very happy with this autograph. Beautiful looking autograph, and the SWAU hologram there. This autograph, as well as the Nick Dudman autograph, are definitely worth well over $100, maybe between $100 and $200. And I particularly paid $41 for this one. With the auction fees, it got me up to about $49 and some change. So as with this one, I thought I made out very well with this one as well. Please tell me what you guys think of this autograph, the price tag I paid for it, and how you think I made out, and if you see the same value in this particular autograph that I do. So the third purchase in the auction was Mr. David Beasley. Mr. David Beasley contributed to the Academy Award for Visual Effects. He was one of the main and the OG original Star Wars model prop builders. You can see him here pictured with the X-Wing. He contributed to many other Star Wars props and models. Many times you'll see him holding many Star Wars ships like the Star Destroyer. Again, he's from the New Hope and one of the originals, and why I thought there was some value in having this particular autograph. Who doesn't want a picture of an X-Wing and one of the guys who helped develop it and bring it to life for Star Wars and us all in the 70s? This autograph has sharp corners and is definitely in excellent condition. My last bid on this photo was $30, and I paid $36 with the SWAU auction fees. Like the other autographs we discussed, this value is anywhere from $100 to $200, and I paid $36 for it, plus its part as far as the shipping fee, so maybe a few dollars more for shipping, so at the most, $3 or $4 for shipping. So a $39 autograph for $100 to $200 value, I'll definitely take that. Definitely let me know what you think of this purchase, if you'd want to add this to your Star Wars autograph collection, and what you think the value is. So this one is fourth. Basically, as far as the genre of what I am showing you today, this is the bookend. This is the save the best for last. There is one more additional that we'll cover, but this is definitely save the best for last. There are 2 autographs on here, but the first and most notable is Mr. Phil Triplett. So Mr. Triplett's a film director and a special effects supervisor. So this dude is a special effects supervisor. He's a director and a producer. You will see Mr. Triplett's work in all 3 original Star Wars trilogy saga. He also is very notable for all the work that you guys have seen in Jurassic Park. His awards are pretty much too long to list. I'll just name a few. So he won the Special Achievement Award for Visual Effects in 1984 for Return of the Jedi. Triplett obviously headed up the animation department for the AT-AT in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. He invented the animated technique called Go Motion, which again you see from the AT-AT. That Go Motion was also part of the technique from the well-noted Jurassic Park and all its awesome technology. One of my favorites is his contribution to Return of the Jedi, where we all love that Rancor, and his team is responsible for that. But we also have a second guy on this autograph. This is a dual autograph photo. The second autograph on this photo is Mr. Doug Beswick. Mr. Beswick worked on The New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back. He did makeup and design in The New Hope, and in The Empire Strikes Back, he was part of that stop motion technical team. Mr. Beswick was part of the team that created the aliens in Mos Eisley at the Cantina. In The Empire Strikes Back, he helped create the mechanisms to operate the scaled models, again like the AT-AT and all the armored transport. So out of all the autographs, this is probably the one I am the most stoked about, that has the most value to it, and this is what I paid the most for. So the value on this guy is about $200, and I paid about $100. Again, the bid ended at $80, and with fees it was $96. So overall, I think pretty cool deal. This one is flawless. All the corners look nice. The autograph looks very bold and sticks out, and I would say this is the winner of the day for me. Let me know what you guys think of this particular autograph and this genre of signatures I decided to go for today. If you see the value in that from the OGs that helped make Star Wars come to life with all the visual effects. Last but not least, sticking with the same theme of like visual effects, puppeteering, props, and things like that, but obviously not in the same genre. All the other autographs from the auction had to do with the original Star Wars trilogy, and now we're talking about the child from The Mandalorian. But again, this autograph kind of holds true to that same concept. This autograph and these signers are considered the Star Wars Effects Legacy Team. These are autographs of everybody who brought Grogu to life. Your visual effects supervisor, John Rosengrant. Your main puppeteer, Mike Manzel. And I'll post up here all the other names, but there are a few puppeteers who help deal with the eyes, the head, and other parts of the body. So overall, again, everybody who brought Grogu to life, I think it's very cool, and especially for the price tag on this item. The Grogu was bid for $30, and with fees, $36. And like most of these autographs, especially due to this size, I have found it well over $100. So again, this one is a little bit more applicable to a character, where the other ones are more props and what brought some of that science fiction to life. Please let me know what you guys think of this photo. Alright guys, thanks for sharing my first SWAU auction experience. Please let me know what you think of the SWAU auction rules and fees, and what you think of this particular autograph lot from SWAU for my first purchase. Please comment, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have any experience with the SWAU auction and how you feel about it. Appreciate you guys checking out this video. Check out all our other videos. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time from the Darth Mells. Overall, the autograph looks good, and it's got this, oh shit.